Hello, it's Jenny here from ND Matters. I just wanted to do a bit of an introduction and let you know what the Hub was all about. The Hub is our monthly subscription package. So the Hub is broken down into different things. So each month has a different theme. For example, when I'm filming this, it's November, and the theme for this month is understanding yourself. So everything that we do within that month will be centered around that theme. The hub is then broken down into weeks. So, and it's normally four. I appreciate some months have 5 weeks, but we kind of work it within the Monday to Friday weeks. So it'll be something like week one was you will get your welcome video. So that will be a video on the page and it'll get emailed to you, and I'll talk a little bit around what the topic is, the theme is for this month, and some of the things that we're going to look at. Then in week two, you will get, that's our challenge week. So you'll get a small challenge related to whatever that month's theme is. It's dead small. Again, you can do it or you can not do it. It doesn't really matter. It's going to depend on how you're feeling at the time. Sometimes people want to kind of keep the challenge in the back of the mind or write it down somewhere, and it might be something that they can try and do later on. Okay, so week three, that is when you get your free resource. So you will be sent something. It will be different every month. It might be scripts, starter scripts. It might be a tracker or a planner or a journal. It's going to be something that you can download, and it's going to help you around that month's topic. And then week four, that is our webinar week. So every month we have a live webinar on our topic. And then after the webinar is done, you can stay on if you would like to. So following the webinar is our sort of peer support session, if you like. So you can stay on if you like. Like I said, you don't have to. You can stay on in whatever way feels right for you. So you could have your cameras on or off. You can use the chats, or you can not come at all. That's fine too. So there's no sort of, pressure to show up in any particular way, really. Yeah, just whatever works for you. And we just have a bit of a chat. So that kind of came about because it's easier to come to something that's already has a purpose. So the purpose is the webinar, and you'll hear me do loads and loads of talking. There might be things in your head, maybe conversation starters that you think of as we're going through that. Or you might be interested in listening to what other people have to say afterwards. So that is that one. The other thing that we do after the webinar is I answer the Ask Us Anything questions. So during the month on the web page, on the hub page, you will see an area where you can send in anonymous questions related to the theme. So there's a little form there. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the page because that would make sense to do that. Okay. Okay, so this is the hub page. So when you're in the hub, this is the page that you get. So I'm just showing you November's now. So the theme for November, understanding yourself and what week it is. So it's welcome week this week. And then if we look down, you'll see this is what you get first of all. I'm not going to play that because that would just be weird having me here and there and everywhere. But that's the one that I did this morning. So you get your welcome video. There's a little bit of an explanation over here. The videos do have captions, and there's also the transcript down here as well. So whichever kind of method works best for you, you can use. And then this month's challenge. So when it gets to Monday, November the 10th, your challenge will appear here. Your resource will appear on the 17th of November, and the dopamine drop at the end of the month. So this month it's going to be, you're going to get that on the 28th of November. This is what I was talking about a second ago. So this is the Ask Us Anything section. So you ask yourself, you don't ask yourself, you can if you want. You ask your question here. Oh, that's what I did before as a demo. Why do you smell so nice? You can ask me that one if you want to, but that would be silly. So you can ask yourself, no, you can ask me a question. And then when you press submit, I get a notification and I get an email, but it does not tell me who sent it. So this is completely anonymous. So if there's something that you don't want to ask in a public forum, you can ask it here. Like I said, I don't get any notification. I mean, I don't know who it is at all. And then if we look down here, we've got the live webinar. So that sort of explains that. And then if I go to this, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I don't know if it's changed or not. So if you are in the hub, you just register yourself there. And if you're not in the hub, it's a different, you go through it a different way. But if you are in the hub, you just register there. And then there's a link here to the WhatsApp community. So that is a similar way to get your information, basically. So each week, you'll get an email with what week it is and the link to the hub. Just to say as well, this is password protected, this page. So if you're jotting down the address up there, you'd have to put a password in to get it, which is sent out to hub members each month. And it does change every month as well. So that's the hub, pretty much. I'm just trying to think if I've missed anything out. I don't think I have. Yeah, and that was a bit rambly as usual. Other thing to note down is that the hub is £35 to join. However, you get your first month half price, so that's just £17.50. Everybody can have that if you go through the hub page. And I'll put a link to that underneath as well if I can, because I'm very new to YouTube, so I'm still figuring out how it all works. But hopefully there'll be a link to sign up. The other thing to note is that we do offer concessions prices. So when funding allows, we offer either half price or fully funded spots in the hub, because we are well aware that lots of people, the people who need to access the support, often can't get it due to financial reasons. So we do try, as I said, when funding allows, to offer those too. We do have 2 fully funded spots at the moment up until Christmas, but those are taken. And I'm going to do another video about fundraising, because that is we're trying to do like a huge drive around that at the moment. So yeah, that's it from me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.